welcome back to another build challenge in The Sims 4. Today we're gonna be building a house using every single roofing piece in The Sims 4. Why? I don't know. So when I say every roofing piece in The Sims 4, this is what I'm talking about. All of these, how many do we have? 12 roofing pieces. Okay, I'm gonna take every single one of these and put them out on my lot so I can see what I'm working with. And I wanna build a house today using every single one of these roofing pieces somehow incorporated into the build, which is gonna be a freaking nightmare. So let's do it. Why do you always only want to be here for the hard ones, huh? How come you never want to be here for the calm, nice houses? You love to see mom struggle. It's okay, so does everybody else. So first thing we're gonna do is build our shell, and although I don't really know what style I'm going for, I do know that I'm gonna have multiple towers. I know that I'm gonna have to do that somehow to work in the rounded roof pieces, so we can do maybe a tower in the back. We could probably do another one maybe like right at the front, like right there. I'm using the preset room tool so I don't have to make the octagon shape every single time. And towers are weird. Like I feel strange every time I place one because I feel like they could either make or break your build. Like sometimes they look great, but the placement about where your tower is going is really important. If they're in the front, they can like block off the rest of your build. So it's really like something that you have to think about, especially for this. I've already got 3 towers. I need one more, so maybe we could put one like in the back somewhere. I deleted these thinking it would make my life easier, but it made it way harder. Maybe we can kind of like come out back here. This shell is gonna be insane. Maybe I should start to like kind of think about where my roofing pieces are gonna go. So anywhere that I can see, I'm just gonna put them on. I think my strategy is gonna be first like get them out of the way, like get everything on the build, toss everything on, and then we're gonna have to do a lot of adjusting afterwards. So I'm gonna put maybe this one here at the front. We could probably do one of these along here with maybe like one of these at the front. It's gonna be so weird like having to pull this off because I don't normally in a build, I'll use like 1 or 2 different styles of roofing. Like I don't normally like to put all of them on here like this because, you know, I'm not insane. It feels weird saying that though because here I am doing it. So far this is looking actually kind of normal, like way more normal than I expected. I'm gonna put this on there, but all of the diagonal pieces are kind of killing me because I only have one on there at the moment. So what if we like kind of came out like this, and then that's gonna eliminate one more roofing piece. I could put like this one on, we could rotate it. Once I get all of these on here, we're gonna have to pick a style because I don't have anything in mind. So we're gonna have to figure that out and we're gonna have to make it look good because right now I'm sort of getting church vibes, probably because of all of the towers that are on this thing. So turning that into an actual house is gonna be a little bit odd. I just added another little diagonal piece in the back here and I've done a little bit of adjusting just to kind of make sure we're on the right track. And I have 2 more pieces left. So I think I'm gonna build out one more diagonal spot. I just don't really know where. Like this is, what is that? That's awful. We're gonna have to fix that for sure. What if I did like right here, we bring out like a tiny little diagonal piece off the side and then I can cover it up with this one and we could use this one for like some roofing details. So like what if I brought this in and adjust so it's gonna cover my entire like diagonal piece that I added and I'm gonna put it underneath this one, but I'm gonna make sure it's still visible. I don't want it to go away and that's gonna add a little detail on there. So every single roofing piece is on my build. Now we have to make it look good. So I think what I'm gonna do is go in and add another roofing piece at the front. So I'm gonna kind of copy that same idea that I just did with the diagonal piece for the rest of my roofing. So I'm adding this one here. This is gonna be a very roof heavy build, obviously. And I think this is gonna be my front, but I'm actually going to rotate it on the same lot because literally just because I prefer the lighting on the other side. I know it's stupid, but for the purposes of this video, you know, I want it to look nice, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go in with some columns and spandrels. I'm gonna kind of like carve out of my shell, if that makes sense. Like that's kind of a strategy that I like to do when I've got a big shell and I'm a little bit overwhelmed by it. I'll start to go in and like carve out parts that I like. So this is gonna be like a little front, I don't know, patio or something, balcony area. I'll add some spandrels from Get Together. Ooh, actually those look really cool. I have a feeling we're gonna end up like medieval a little bit, which I'm so scared of because that is so far outside of my comfort zone. We could do a patio there, so that could be like my entry area. I think it would be really cool to have a lot of outdoor space actually. So I'm gonna do another balcony there. This diagonal spot can maybe stay. Oh, it's totally church vibes. Okay, I'm a little intimidated, I won't lie. We'll get some spandrels back here. I can see so many roofing disasters I'm gonna have to fix. Like this one, I'm gonna bring it in. Actually, all of those kind of look better like that, don't they? I'm also thinking about curving the roof pieces, so I'm gonna go Shift C on my keyboard and just bring it in a little bit. Now that everything is on there and it's looking good, I can move on to the next part, which is going to be adding all of the details. So I'm gonna start with the roofing. I can go in with some trim as well. Ooh, I like that actually. The curved roofing could be a cool look. This could be a really cool, like historical kind of build. Like it could be something that a family has owned for years, or they've inherited it or something. Or a cool storyline actually for this build could be like maybe someone randomly inherited, you know, in The Sims 4 when you get those like weird phone calls and they're like pranking you and like trying to get you to like do stuff. Imagine you got a phone call in The Sims 4, you're playing and they're like, your long lost grandmother that you've never met has passed away and you've inherited this house. Honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but I've seen movie lines with the same plot, okay? And maybe the Sim that receives that phone call is like not really in the best place financially. Maybe they're like a single parent or something, they've got a child. And although they're kind of like, what the heck, why are you calling me? This Sim would have a very hard time passing up this opportunity. Or maybe they're not even a nice person. Maybe they're really superficial. Who knows? But either way, they're accepting this random house. Let's go bold. Let's do like a blue roof. I want to go colorful, even though this is going to be medieval. It's going to be a little weird. And I'm picturing get together wallpaper. By the way, one time in one of my videos, I said two-door and like, listen, I don't know how to say this word, I'm realizing. The last time I was like, I'm just going to put this two-door wallpaper onto my build. I had so many people being like, two-door, what is that? Wait, what? It's not even on there anymore. It used to be a style. I swear I'm not going crazy. It used to be under here. It said two-door. How do you say this word? Okay, look at that roofing. I just added this extra piece on top and that was totally the move. I literally just copied and pasted this piece right here and I put it right on top. That looks so freaking cool. For my windows, I think I want to do some shutters on here. And actually, Strangerville has these like stained glass windows. Or are they stained glass? Let me look. I'm picturing these ones. I'm kind of gonna lean into that like churchy style, especially if we are gonna be saying that this is an older house that's been inherited. Obviously, they haven't done any renos or anything on it. That would be cool. That'd be a fun video, like renovating this random style into something modern. I think it could be done with this build. And I'm just adding these little details on here. These are from Get Together as well. I was gonna try and go for like a yellow, but I kind of don't mind that like bronzy color. Ooh, this is it with the lighting in the front. That looks so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna start to do my details and my landscaping, I think. I want to make sure there's skill items outside. This actually fits perfectly with the lot that I'm building on in Windenburg. This is such a Windenburg kind of house. The more I think about it, actually, this could be a really cool like legacy house. You know how some people, like some simmers like to do a historical kind of gameplay? Like I've heard of challenges where people will literally start in like one time period, like the 1900s or something, and then they go up the line. This could be a really cool house for like that kind of gameplay. Like start here, play out your Sims like generation 1, and then you could actually make it legit. Like someone's grandmother could actually call your Sim. It could be like a whole thing. That'd be really fun. I'm gonna add a pond over to this side. I kind of want to make it a little bit big. Just fill that on up. And then for the rest of my landscaping, I never use like this kind of decor, like these kind of trees, and even like these things too. Like I never use them because like I just don't build in this style that often, but I think this could kind of like match pretty well. And then like wishing well, I just got too excited. This thing could literally kill you, but yay. Get some of that Journey to Batu flooring. Ooh, maybe in this like brown actually. Yup, that's the move. That's perfect. We can do a little back area here, little front walk up area. I kind of wouldn't mind doing like a front courtyard or like a front seating area or something. And then I can surround this flooring that I've put with rocks. So I think I'm gonna do my landscaping and then I'll check back with you guys when I'm done. We can go inside. I'm so impressed with how this turned out. I honestly, like when I had this idea this morning, I was like, this is gonna be awful. This is gonna flop. There's no way I can pull that off. But look how cool. Around the back, this is what I did for the landscaping. So in the back, I've got a jungle gym. I did want to kind of go with like the single parent vibe maybe. So I added a jungle gym. I've got my wishing well. I added a dining table, which like, I'm assuming some of the things that are going to be left behind are from whoever lived here before. So I think it's going to be a weird integration of like knickknacks and things left behind and new items that have been brought in for the inside. I do have a couple balconies left over as well. I might add something as we go, like a skill item for that. On one of them, I did add that chess table that we see there. So maybe I'll come back out when we figure out more about this sim. But let's go inside. I also kind of figured out a layout. So this is what we're gonna do. My front door is right here. We have a living room, kind of like entry area. I carved this out here because I wanted it to be like a little reading nook. I think it could be cute and cozy with like some bookshelves. We're gonna have a bathroom over in the tower there. We have our stairs, kitchen and dining will be over to the right, and then upstairs, I managed to get 2 bedrooms out of this thing, and I was kind of shocked with like how this shell looks versus how it looks on the inside. So I'm gonna have 1 room there, and then another bathroom. And then here, I am gonna have to get kind of glitchy with like how I fix my roofing, because as expected, when I was doing my layout, it was kind of like popping in a little bit, but considering how much is on this build, it's not that bad. I think I actually want to start with my kitchen. I'm picturing like a nice round table somewhere, so let's go ahead and get our kitchen stuff. All of this is gonna be older for sure, so we can go in with like maybe this fridge, maybe some of the older looking cabinets. Those are from Realm of Magic actually. I don't mind them in that swatch. Wait, does Realm of Magic not have matching cabinets? Okay, this is working out a little bit better. So I've got my cottage living oven here. I'm adding in my cottage living fridge with base game counters. We've got our essentials. I'm gonna start to add maybe some curtains. My color scheme is gonna be like this blue and brown kind of thing as I add yellow curtains. I feel like because of this diagonal here, I need a round table. Like anything else might look a little bit odd and like make it more obvious that it's pointy. So I'm thinking if I do like a circular table, it might actually mask that. Oh, and then I can match my yellow. Okay, so I guess it's gonna be a blue and yellow color scheme. I'm gonna delete the lighting in here and replace it with more of a warm tone. I always just kind of like put those and then like adjust later on, but I think the reason why it's looking a little bit more modern than I want it to is because of my lighting. I'm gonna add some cracks on the wall without making it look too crazy. Just some things from vampires around. I could go in with like some spider webs too, but I don't want it to look dirty. I want it to look old, but not dirty. I kind of feel like a house like this would be really cluttered on the walls with like those little coffee things. Love that. I really want a hutch. I get intimidated by hutches. I know it's weird, but look how many there are in The Sims 4. There are so many hutches and they're big, but like I kind of want to put one. I just don't know where. I think it's too late. Oh, actually, wait. I was going to replace this, but I guess that kind of is a hutch already, right? Okay, we're going to forget about it and move on. I think I'm going to work on this little nook here. So I'm going to go to storage. I want to pick a bookshelf that's going to cover the whole wall. Like I want this whole thing back here covered. Oh, actually, that one's really pretty too. I love this base game one. Whoa. Okay, I love vampires so much, but it's another style that I find really difficult to work around personally. But the detail on this pack is like next level. All of the vampires items are so detailed and so beautiful. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna use a few of these in here. Actually, with that blue, okay, that's gonna match the rest of it. Actually, you know what? I think bringing in the yellow tones in the kitchen was a good call because now I can use a lot of the gold tones. Whereas before I felt like I was a little bit stuck to using like the bronze stuff. Even these, like, look how beautiful that is. And I never use it. That could be like the family crest or something, like that tapestry there. Even that chandelier has like little blue and brown accents. So pretty. Underrated pack. Gameplay, mediocre. Build items, very detailed. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know, like, is this too cottagecore now? You know what? I'm gonna rework this entire kitchen. Hold on, please hold. So I finished the kitchen and I also just finished this little seating area, which I kind of just like revolved around that chair. We've got the vampire's grandfather clock right there, which is one of my favorite pieces in the whole game. It's so pretty. And then over here, we have our renewed kitchen. So hopefully we don't have any more changes from this, but I am gonna roll with this vampire style for the rest of this house. I am also, since we're committing, I'm very tempted to use this chair. And I know, trust me, it's weird. I know, okay? Not your everyday chair, but if you went into like an antique kind of place, I would get excited if I saw this chair. I don't know. Not your everyday kind of thing, but that's kind of like the point. So I think I'm done for downstairs. I finished off a bathroom, which I kind of just made like a little guest bathroom, nothing too exciting. And then upstairs, I'm actually working on this little area here with a fireplace. That one is from The Sims 4 Parenthood. And I'm kind of just trying to make, ooh, a rocking chair would be perfect. I wasn't really thinking about a rocking chair because I know my wood swatches are gonna be hard to match, but that would have been so cute. And I could put like a crochet thing here. I'm gonna do it. I can put some laundry and then the crochet thing can just go right behind. That's cute. Then we've got a skill item that we can use for our sim. bedroom. I could even put up like some crochet things like decorations. And now I think we need to go and do the bedroom. I want to try and cover up this roofing piece next. So do we go for the vampire vibe? I think I'm gonna do it. You know what? Vampires actually has a really nice wallpaper that I like. It's this one, and I kind of regret not using it for everything else. It's fine. It's too late now. I'll change my flooring. And yeah, I need to find something to cover that up. If this comes in like a blue, that would be great. But I guess I'm also willing to work around like yellow, because the blue that I've got, I'm not a big fan. If I had like that brown and blue like downstairs, that's one thing I will say. I am finding that a lot of the vampire swatches like don't match each other. For the lighting in here, I think I'm gonna use Get Together. I like the kind of glow that it gives off. Okay, I desperately need some plants in here. I feel like a lot of this is like blending together. I actually don't mind that with the moon phases right there. I think this might be meant for outside, but I'm gonna put that right over here by my bed. And I think I might put another one like right here, just getting that like added detail. And I kind of want to put like a chair, like a black chair, or even just something on the wall. I don't know, but I think if I moved into this house, I would definitely renovate this room first. It's definitely a little spooky in here, but you know, I mean, it kind of goes with the vibe, right? I like it. I'm gonna do the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna go and do the last room, which I don't know, should I make it for a kid? I think I'm gonna make it for a kid. I put the jungle gym outside, may as well, right? I think I'm actually gonna delete this window, and I can put my bathtub combo right here. Nice and old vampire style. Maybe these people are vampires. I'm trying to figure out what kind of sim I'm gonna make for my walkthrough, and like, once I finish this up, we're gonna do a walkthrough, and for some reason, every time I do these freaking walkthroughs lately, something goes wrong. Like every time. I'll either have like sims wiping out or something just malfunctions. It's been a whole journey, so you never really know what's gonna happen on that. Kids room. I think I want to use the Discover University bed for this. I'm using base game wallpaper with like roses on it. This is so warm toned. I really want one of those doll houses because this house kind of reminds me of it. Like I want this, and we can kind of shrink it, put it in the corner. We could also get one of these older style like trunks. That would actually maybe look cool in here. We can just like squeeze that in. I was trying to find some lighting that had like an older vibe. I'm using these bug lights from Realm of Magic. I'm wondering if Realm of Magic has anything I can put in here. This is definitely a room that I'm struggling with. I think that's better for my kids' room. I actually just rearranged it and like switched everything around. I kind of like rotated it so my bed is now facing this way, and I have like this stuff over here. I just feel like it fits better and like looks a little bit cuter in my opinion. So that is going to be us done with our every piece of roofing in The Sims 4 build challenge. Let's do a walkthrough. So I just put this family down into live mode, and I literally just got a phone call from an unknown caller. If that's not fate, I don't know what is. Anyway, this is the Ralphington family. We've got Anna Ralphington, who just received... Why do my Sims always fart? Literally happens to me every time I do a walkthrough. Like, stop! Conspiracy theory, Sims have gotten way gassier through the years, all right? What the? Okay, you know what? This is my house. Stop! I just canceled the welcome wagon, and they're so mad at me. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is what the outside of our every roofing piece house looks like in The Sims 4. I actually couldn't be happier with how this turned out. I did not have any idea in mind. Let's go in the front door. I'm so happy we went with that stained glass from Strangerville. I think it looks so pretty. When we first walk in, we're gonna see this little foyer area. We've got our seating area, which I was so proud of. It turned out so cute. Our kitchen remodeled once already. I will say, even though this build is very cluttered, there is still enough like hallway space. It doesn't feel too overwhelming. Look how cute she looks sitting in that chair. And I definitely needed to see somebody sit in this one. I just got this sim to come upstairs and start crocheting in our hallway area. She's rocking at the same time. I love it. Of course, we've got our big bedroom up here. I'm wondering if these pictures could be Sims of the family. Maybe there's a history of vampires in this family, and that's why the pictures are on the wall. The kids' room looks so cute too. Look at the dollhouse. I love that this functions size down. Like, thank goodness. Honestly, I've never placed a full-size dollhouse in my entire life. Oh my god, they're both playing. How cute. Oh, this family's adorable. Okay, I need to leave them. This gameplay could be really fun with some of the storylines that I put together. Let me know if you guys like this Sims 4 build challenge, and let me know any other challenges you might have for me in the future. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.